was doing consistent like $500 a month, $700. As soon as I saw you drop the program, I was like, this is crazy. I haven't seen someone that had that much success drop the program. I just hopped on it right away, and how fast you're answering, giving like weekly products. I just got that one-on-one support. You can just make a 30-second video and just make someone's salary in a month. This month we're on pace for 20K.
20K profit.
Yeah.
That's insane. Welcome back, guys, to the 7-Figure Affiliate Podcast. I'm here today with Nico, who's an absolute killer with TikTok Shop. Yeah, if you just want to briefly introduce yourself real quick, brother.
My name's Nico. I'm 21 years old. I've been in the online business game for less than a year now, and I've done TikTok Shop for about 8-9 months. And I'm in college right now and just currently running it up with TikTok Shop.
Definitely, man, dude. And you've been absolutely crushing. So I know you've been doing TikTok Shop for 6 to 8 months at this point.
Yeah, I would say around 8 months.
And it was recently, the past 2 to 3 months where you started to see a little bit of success. So if you kind of want to walk us through, what were you doing before this and how you even got into this whole online money space, to begin with?
So I kind of always wanted to do online business, kind of just bouncing from model to model, DM setting, a little bit of sales, all that stuff. And I just saw TikTok Shop as such a long-term skill with content, with where short form marketing is going, and just overall being able to make content for brands. I feel like that's just such a big skill. So I was I feel like if I can learn that now, just have TikTok Shop be the vehicle, the future is just, sky's the limit.
Definitely. Yeah, it's the best skill that you can have, because it's a lot of people, talk about, oh, what if TikTok goes away? But it's if you have the skill of content creation, dude, you're going to be able to apply that to anything. And it's more so the skill of marketing, if you know how to make sales with videos, that's marketing. And so you'll be able to apply that to anything, man. So yeah, I know you're actually still in college. And so I feel a lot of people, they have struggles with balancing, whether it's work and TikTok Shop or whether they're still in school balancing TikTok Shop. So how do you actually find that time? How are you able to balance it so well?
I would just say it's priorities. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it regardless of your situation. Definitely have to, cut out a lot of the stuff on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more isolated. But, if you really want to do it, you will do it. And, TikTok Shop is something that I've always wanted to do. And I just saw the opportunity and just ran with it.
Yeah, definitely, man. And when you're talking about cutting off distractions and everything, I feel that's definitely a huge thing a lot of people deal with, especially when they're in college, just the partying, the drinking. They're I want to get the college experience. For you, is it kind of you've always known that's just not for me? Or do you feel fuck, this was kind of hard to sacrifice, but it's I know I want more for myself? How did you go about actually coming up with that decision?
Yeah, that's a good question. So when I entered college my freshman year, I definitely wasn't thinking business first. I was in the frat life, partying a lot.
Oh, so you were in a frat?
Yeah. And it was cool. It was fun while it lasted. But I kind of just realized it was just leading me to a path I just didn't want. I couldn't see myself working a normal job. And I was I kind of just got to get this now. So it's definitely hard to sacrifice. But, just to do what I want to do and just to achieve big things, I kind of just had to sacrifice a lot of the stuff on the weekends and all that.
Yeah, exactly. You just decide this has to be done because I want more for myself,
Yeah, exactly.
And so when it comes to your parents and what they think about all this, are they aware that you're making more than them probably at this point? Or do you kind of keep it under wraps? And what are your friends thinking? Everything?
I mean, not yet. We're not there yet. But no, definitely in the beginning, I think they doubted it, which you can't really blame them. It's just such a weird concept that you can just make a 30-second video and just make, someone's salary in a month, if you make a good video properly.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of didn't really believe it until the results started coming in. And now, they still don't quite understand it, but they're starting to understand that the stuff is real. So I feel you can speak all you want, and I would always make these claims I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but really just proof is the only thing that backs it up.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's one thing, I spoke about it on a previous podcast with Tay. It's a lot of people, you'll tell them oh, I hit 10K this month, 30K, 50K, whatever. And they're oh, that's cool. But they don't actually really, I guess, conceptualize it until you start buying the material things. You pull up in the car, or you're hey mom, I got you this purse, a $3,000, whatever, Hermes bag, right? And then they're wait, so this is actually real money, So I feel a lot of parents, especially, they don't really understand until you get the material stuff. And so when it comes to because another big thing that people struggle with is actually they fear being judged, or oh, what are my friends gonna think? What is my family gonna think? Is that something you feel you struggle with? Did you get flamed in the group chat at all?
Yeah.
How did you deal with
I'm
that?
glad you brought that up. So when I first started TikTok Shop, I didn't have my name in the page. Super embarrassed. I turned all the contact syncs, all the locations. I didn't want anyone to see.
Yeah, I know.
And then, this summer, one of my videos got leaked in a group chat. And then I was man, I don't even care. I was it's just because you'll never see someone that's doing better than you, hate on you. And it's also if the only thing stopping me from getting to where I want to go is someone else judging my video, it's you don't want it bad enough. It's who cares? And, I don't do this for anyone else but, my family, and just to live a better life and provide for everyone. So it's I don't really let the fear of other people get in the way.
Yeah. And I think that's something that's huge, because that's I would say that's the number one thing that holds people back. It's not even the fact that oh, I don't know how to get into this, or I don't know how to join TikTok Shop, because you can figure that out pretty easily. but it's like the actual fear of like being judged. Like, what are people going to think of me? I think that's the biggest fear. So I love that you touched on that, man. Yeah. So Nico actually joined my program when I first dropped it, 6-figure affiliate. Now it's 7-figure affiliate. But like, talk a little bit about, when you first started TikTok Shop, like what was your strategy? What were you doing? And then like, what really started to change? Like, what did you start to do that is now getting you like, you're going to break through? Like, what are you going to hit this month? Would you say?
This month we're on pace for 20K.
20K profit.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. So yeah, like when you were first starting, like let's say maybe you were hitting a $500 month and then $2,000 months. Like what's been like how did you start? What were you doing when you started? And then like, what's the difference now?
Yeah. So my first 3 months, I was doing consistent like $500 month, $700, which is definitely tough because it's like people seeing your videos, you're getting made fun of. Your parents don't really see the vision. No one sees the vision. It's like you have nothing to back it up. So I would say to be able to just stick with it and just get past like those rough patches and just continue to get better and better, like that's what separates the people that quit and the people that make it. But I would say the biggest factor is like not setting like a limiting belief. Like I wanted to do it because I was like, oh, maybe I can make 10K a month, but like I didn't even think it was possible to make $700-800 in a day. Like I just had such like I was just like, these people are so different than me. Like I can't make as good as content as them. So I'd say the biggest thing is getting rid of that mental barrier and just not being afraid to try new things. Like now I'll go to public parks. I'll make videos in stores. I'll ask buddies to make skits with me, and it's just like just being able to just expand and try a bunch of different things. Like that's been the separating factor for me personally.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And I will say, like, seeing your growth has been amazing because I basically saw you from like those beginning stages. And I remember like some of the notes I would give you, it'd be like, oh, like we'll shoot in your kitchen. Like if you're filming those pretzels, like, because that's it matches environment. And then now it's like you actually understand that like you're filming in parks, you're filming outside, you're filming just in different spots, and you've absolutely been crushing it.
All that. And I think the big thing too is like I started treating it like a full-time job, which is something we preach in 7-figure affiliate. Is because like in the beginning I was just like, oh, it's like a side hustle, make 5 videos a day, go get fucking sloshed on the weekend with my friends and we'll see how much we made.
Yeah.
But it's like to hit the 20K month that I'm on pace for now, it's like I'm treating it like a full-time job. Like it doesn't matter if I made $1,000 in a day or $0. Like I'm waking up fresh, making new content, structuring out my days, like consistently finding new products, just treating it like every day like I'm going to work. Like that's just the way I approach it. I think that's been the biggest separator.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I fully agree with that. And that's what we tell like everyone that's in 7FA. It's like the difference. Like if you want to make a couple $100 a week, then yeah, fine. Like post when you feel like it. Post only when you're motivated. Don't post on the weekends because you're traveling, whatever, right? We've seen it all. We've heard it all the excuses. But it's like, if you want to hit those 10K months, 20K months, like Nico's about to hit, if you want to hit the 100K profit months, like I've done multiple times, like you have to treat this like an actual career. Like you actually have to do the research. You actually have to be posting like a madman. You have to be experimenting, like figuring out what's working, what to double down on, like what do you need to cut off? And that's what makes a difference, So like when you were in college, like what even made you want to like go to college? Like, do you feel like that was kind of like your standard path and that's what you wanted to do? And then you like were like, oh shit, like I see like the potential in this online money thing. Or like, how did that go about?
Yeah, so I just went to college, kind of just, figured it was the normal route, can get a job and, do really well, which, there's nothing wrong with that. But I was just like in there and I was just kind of like, it just doesn't seem like this doesn't seem like something I want to do. Like, I don't really feel like being just pushed into going to some job. I don't really, know if I like or not. It just didn't seem like something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I got to make this work. I got to figure something out. And then, that's when I stumbled across TikTok Shop.
Yeah.
But I feel like the biggest thing was just like, I just felt like I was just different. Like, not even to sound corny, I just felt like I thought differently. I was just like, I woke up and I was like seeing all these people make money and I was like, how are these people like doing this? How are they so, unique and how are they so different than me? I later learned that they're not. They just like, pursued it and went all in. But I would say the biggest thing is I just felt like different. Like I just felt like I just thought differently and I just felt like I just couldn't go the normal route. I just felt like I was meant for more, to be honest.
100%. Yeah, dude. And that's something that we talked about earlier when we were having lunch. I feel like people have the it factor. And like, I don't know what exactly it is. Like, I don't know, like, what are the characteristics? But you just look at certain people and you can tell, oh, this guy's a killer. Like, he's at this regular job. He's not going to be here much longer. Or like, he's just starting this new business model. I can tell he's going to crush. It's like, you either have it or you don't. So I feel like a lot of people, like they're just okay with like the regular job, and that's fine, because if you're happy, if you're content, if you're satisfied, that's fine. But if you feel like what's not fine is if you feel like you're meant for more and you want to do something else, but you don't, because whether it's like the fear of being judged or the fear of failure, it's like, dude, you have like one fucking life. Like, dude, what are you so afraid of? Like, you don't take anything to the grave anyways. Like, you're not going to take your money. You're not going to take anything. Like, everything's going to be gone anyways. Another quote that I heard is like, nothing belongs to you anyways. I love that quote. It's like, nothing belongs to you. So it's like, what are you afraid of losing? You lose your house, you lose your car. Like, it wasn't yours in the first place. So I love that quote. And I think that's something that's like, it really rings true because like, you have one life. You just have to go for it, bro. So
yeah. And I think the biggest thing with like the it factor is just honestly the urgency. Cause like if you ask like any person like, that I know and you're like, what are your goals? It's like, oh, I want to get rich. I want to make money. I want to travel. And it's like, you're not even taking any actions to get there. So I just feel like I had that just that click where I was like, why am I gonna wait? Like, why am I gonna wait till I'm 30 in New York City, like working this finance job? Then maybe I'll make 500K then. But I was like, why can't I do this shit now? Like that was like kind of just the way I thought, and I was just like, why wait? Like it's out there, the money's there.
Yeah.
You know, you're seeing all these people make content, make way more than what you would have made if you got a 9-to-5 job anyway. So that's just kind of what I think the if factor really is.
Yeah, it's like the money's in your phone. You just have to figure out a way to get it out. Like that's so true, and I do think urgency, that's probably like the biggest thing, because you can give someone everything, like you can lay out the path and then they'll take weeks to get started. But then you give some people the path and they're on it yesterday. Like they already started, like they're just crushing. So I fully agree with that, man. And so like I know the fact that you're still in college, so this is gonna be like kind of a two-part question, because I'm curious, like why do you feel like you're still in college when you could easily drop out? You're making as much as like your professors, but also like, do you find it hard to film and stay motivated when you're in that environment? Like everyone's like, hey, let's get blackout drunk. Like how do you actually deal with that?
Yeah, no, it's funny because I started like my content while I was living in the fraternity apartment complex house.
That's
like,
insane, dude.
You could imagine how that was.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just kind of like, I was just kind of done with I just like I said, I felt like I wanted more, so I was like, all right, I got to figure this out. And it's definitely hard. Like, you got people encouraging you to go out, do this, do that. And it's just like, I wanted it. And I was like, nothing's going to get in my way. And I kind of just pursued it. As far as why am I in college, just my parents are, blessed, or I'm blessed that my parents provided me to go to college. So I'm going to finish it for them. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just like, if you want to get it, you're going to make it work. And something that's always stuck with me is like, there's someone that was in a worse situation than me that made it out. So I was like, if I'm living in a frat apartment complex, there's probably someone that doesn't even have an apartment, shares a room with a brother. Maybe they have to pay rent and they don't even have the money to pay for it. And they made it work with TikTok Shop. So I was like, it's possible. Like there's someone that was in a worse situation than me that made it possible, so I could do it.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. And I feel like that's like such a amazing thing. Like if I had a son, and like I could provide him with college, and like it's obviously if you want to go, and they like respect your wish, like you respected their wishes, and you're like, I'm gonna finish this for them. Like that's amazing, because it's not a decision to take lightly. And like I think it's also amazing too that like you didn't use it as an excuse, because I feel like so many people are like, oh, I have like this 9-to-5, or like, oh, I'm in college, like I can't do TikTok Shop, but you're like, fuck it, I'll do both, and you're crushing now.
Just skip class and make content.
No, but seriously, it just goes to show that like if you want it bad enough, you're gonna fucking make it work. It doesn't matter what your situation is, because exactly like Nico said, there's people that are in much worse situations than you. That's something I can't stand when people are like, oh, I just don't have the time, or like my circumstance. I'm like, dog, you're not from a third world country. Like you didn't starve like in fucking Syria. Like quit bitching, dude. Like it's never that bad.
And I think another thing is like focusing on what you can control. Like obviously, I want to be moved out to a place like LA, like Miami, where I'm surrounded by a bunch of people living in a cool apartment. Like, yes, would I make 10 times better content? Would I upload more videos? Would I be surrounded by so much more like-minded people? Yes, but I'm in college. I can't control that, right? I'm finishing it because of my parents. I want to make the most of it. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to let it deter me because I can't control it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I have a lease, I'm in classes. So there's no point in sitting here saying I could be better off doing this because like I'm in it. So I try to not even think about like the alternative. It's just like I'm stuck with this. Let's scale it, run it up regardless.
Yeah, you're gonna make it work regardless. Yeah, I love that, man. So he actually started as a student of mine, and now he's one of our client success managers, which is like amazing because like he's learned the system. Obviously, he's crushing with TikTok Shop. So I want to ask, like, what made you even want to like join my program in the first place? And yeah, like what do you feel like separated me, I guess?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So I think the number one thing was like your results. Like it's very rare to have back-to-back six-figure months as a male too, which is a lot harder. Usually the females that are in the top category and you're competing with the females, right?
Yeah.
Especially being younger too. That's another thing. So as soon as I saw you drop the program, I was like, this is crazy. Like I haven't seen someone that had that much success drop a program. So I just hopped on it right away. And then I just kind of knew, right away it was just different with just, how fast you're answering, giving like weekly products, and just like really felt like I just got that one-on-one support. I felt like I was paying for you and I got you. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't sending me like automated stuff, or it wasn't like, I was getting direct access to you, which was super cool.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. I appreciate that, man. And I feel like that's definitely something like, especially like the info space right now, bro. Just, people like coaches, mentors, they'll just take your money and ghost you. And like I saw that happening so much, I was like, it just puts such a bad stain on like the industry. And I'm like, first off, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night doing that shit. But secondly, it's like, dude, I actually want to provide like a life-changing experience for everyone who joins, because like if they're like, hey, Sebastian's program is actually really fucking good, like you should join, then it's like word of mouth is everything. Your reputation is everything. And so I really like, I always say like I feel bad for our competitors because like nobody's doing it like us. Like we basically run a full agency. We build out your content strategy. We're hand selecting your products. We literally script out your videos word for word. So in terms of like, yeah, what do you feel like separates 7FA? Like, why do you feel like we're so successful?
I guess before getting into that, which is like touching on like the info space in general, I think it's gets a bad rep, but it's if you think about it, it's just you're providing information. You know, that's what people are paying for college for. It's like you're getting information. Like, why do you go to college? I want to get a job, make money.
Mm.
It's really the same thing as, you know, paying to learn a skill from content, TikTok shop, maybe trading, maybe, you know, dropshipping, whatever it is. You're just paying to learn a skill to make money. So I feel like, you know, it just takes time to nurture, but I feel like eventually the info space is going to be more popular in college because it's like, number one, way more affordable, but two, it's also like, it's the same thing. You know, you're learning from professors who are teaching you business. You're learning from someone who's done really good with TikTok shop or trading, and you're learning to do that and make money from it.
Absolutely, man. And I feel like it's the same thing. Like there's shitty degrees and then there's degrees that will change your life forever, right? And so I think it's the same with like info. Like you have to do your research and mentors. That's why we say like, dude, if you have to do your research on me, if you have to watch my content for like fucking months, do it. Like, you know, because I want you guys to understand like that we truly are the best at this. Like we care about our clients. And it's like, yeah, there's good apples, there's bad apples. But just do your research before you invest into a program, invest into a course. And, you know, there are like good people out there that actually want to see you win and actually care if you get results.
If all they post is cars and earnings, they don't give any value in their free content.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
Dude, yeah, that's another thing. I feel like I obviously post the lifestyle flashy shit, but dude, my YouTube, I have probably over like 1,000 hours of content. Like, dude, just watching my free videos, I feel like so many people have already made like 10K months, like just with the
100%.
YouTube.
If you sit there, take notes, and it's like, bro, there's the blueprint to a 10K month.
Like, exactly. And it's like the results as well that we've gotten. Like we recently helped Chris hit a 30K profit month. Like you're about to hit a 20K profit month. Hugo, he's hit like 15K months. Like our results don't fucking lie, you know? So
I think the biggest thing is like we don't gatekeep. Like I will give my winning style. I will give my winning products and just give the blueprint. Like you know, we will give everything possible. We don't gatekeep anything. And I would just say there's the one-on-one support. Like we truly care and like we truly value like how our clients are doing. Like it's not like a actual like connection. It's not just like, hey, cool, you're exchanging a service. Like, no, we care. Like, you know, tell us about your situation. Let's help you plan out your day. Like, what are you struggling with mentally? Like maybe someone's friend, like I feel like what we're building is like someone is struggling with something like I struggled with in the summer, right? My video gets sent out, all that stuff. Like we've built such a community where like you can reach out and we'll walk you through that. We help you through that. And I just feel like you don't get that like somewhere else.
Anywhere else. Yeah. And like that is another thing too that I feel like really separates us. Cause when you join other programs, I would say like 99% of them, you're thrown in with like 1,000 other affiliates. And you're lucky if you ever talk to the owner. Like you already know who I'm talking about. But like with us, we've had certain clients be like, hey, like, and I'm being fully transparent here. I've had clients be like, hey, Sebastian, I feel like, you know, you're just like not talking to me enough. Like we're not getting that one-on-one. I'm like, dude, I apologize for that. Let's set up a one-on-one. We set up the one-on-one literally next day. We hop on the phone. We figure everything out. We talk about their struggles. We give them a strategy. And it's like, because I genuinely care. Like I said, my reputation is everything. And it's like, dude, I want you to have the best experience possible. Like now we literally like, we have our clients coming over to my Calabasas house. We're like fucking filming skits together, dude. We just filmed like 30 videos today with like Brady,
Yeah,
dude.
it's insane. Yeah.
It's crazy. And so TikTok shop is obviously hands down the best business model you can start right now. You know, like I wouldn't even get into all the reasons why, but I mean, obviously you don't have to ship anything out. You don't have to deal with customer emails. It's literally just you record on your phone. That's why it's like so amazing. And so when you look at that, like where do you actually see the future for TikTok shop? Like how big do you see it getting? Where do you see it heading?
Yeah, no, that's a good question because I feel like a lot of people would just be like, oh, what are you going to do? Make TikToks forever? It's like, no, of course not. But it's a stepping stone. It's a vehicle to learning a lifelong skill. It's like if I ever wanted to launch a brand, a software, like I would have 10 creators I can hire to promote it. And I would also myself know how to blow it up. So I just feel like it's such a skill that will never go away. And then to like further go on that, it's like, okay, if you get a job out of college and let's just say you're plugging numbers into an Excel sheet and you tell them, oh, what are you going to do? Plug this in forever? They're like, no, of course not. I'm going to level up. I'll become a manager. Maybe I can teach someone else how to do it, or maybe I'll merge, make my own company. So it's like everything is a stepping stone, you know? So that's just the way I view TikTok shop. It's like, you know, 5 years from now, like, am I going to be making, you know, silly TikTok shop videos printing? Like, probably not. I'll probably be onto more of an equity, like, you know, based play, but this is just the stepping stone vehicle for me right now. And, you know, it's the easiest entry level. Like, you know, you have $300-400 and, you know, that's a stepping stone vehicle to own $1 million company.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you're telling me you see a business model where we have a 17-year-old in our program. He's going to hit his first 10K month this month too. He's 17, dude. He's still in fucking high school. It's like you see people like printing with TikTok shop. Like, how do you not want to hop on that opportunity? Like, it'd be stupid not to. And it's exactly like Nico said. It's like, sure, maybe you don't do this for life, but it's the stepping stone. Like maybe you'll be able to start a brand one day. Maybe you'll be able to know like how to actually market, you know, your business. Like whatever it is that you want to step into, maybe you'll get into info if you're like really fucking good at this. Like whatever it is, it's a stepping stone. And like again, like I said, just like the best business model right now,
Yeah, because I feel like with a lot of models too, like there's a lot of like barriers that will stop you. Because like in the beginning, you kind of want to just like test a bunch of things, and you want to go to the easiest thing. You want to start right away. So you want to start drop shipping. You're gonna have to make your TikTok account. You're gonna have to like warm it up, build it. You're gonna have to build the Shopify store. You're gonna have to like figure out how to outsource the products. Like you want to figure out, do wholesaling. You're gonna have to figure out how do I call these houses, all that. With TikTok Shop, it's really as simple as getting an account or growing one, and then you just link the products. Like you just order the product on Amazon, get a free sample, or buy it, and it's like as simple as that. Like within 3 days, you can get it up and running. Which I just feel like you can't get it anywhere else, and I feel like that's why it's the best for beginners, because like beginners are very prone to quit when there's a lot of like walls, like
a lot of friction.
you have to pay maybe $97 a month for Shopify. Oh, I don't want to do that. Or maybe you got to go to pay for Zen drops. You can outsource it. Oh, I don't want to pay $50, or I don't know any of these suppliers. But like with TikTok Shop, it's as simple as just having the account and then just getting the product. So I feel like there's very low barriers and reasons for you to quit or just like give up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There is no excuse with TikTok Shop. Every other business model, you either need to buy inventory, buy the domain, get a Shopify trial. Even if TikTok Shop, like we recommend buying an account because we don't like wasting time around here. But if you're just like getting started, you have absolutely no money, grow that bitch organically. Like it's that simple. Like there is no excuse why you can't crush with TikTok Shop. You grow organically, boom, you're in the program. You can literally, you don't even have to order samples either, order products. What we recommend is start with products around your house, or this is some real sauce. You do the Amazon method. People don't know the Amazon method. Usually we just give this to our clients, but fuck it. I'm feeling generous today. You just order the exact same product on Amazon. You post it 20 times. If it breaks even and profits, amazing. You just keep posting it. If it doesn't break even, you don't make any sales, return that bitch. You just got your money back. Like there's literally like what I'm trying to say is there's no excuses for why you can't make it work with TikTok Shop, So yeah, definitely the best business model. And in terms of like, this might be like a more long-term type of thing for you. Maybe you haven't thought about it, but like, I know for me, like I really want to start getting into like more investments, like real estate, Bitcoin. Like for you, like what do you feel like you want to use your money for?
Yeah, it's a good question. You've definitely helped me a lot with that. Because you would think 2 years in college I would have financial literacy. And I haven't learned shit. But I definitely think just like using the money and renting a Lamborghini. I'm playing, but using the money and just trying to just like really grow assets and just like the goal is not to get rich, it's to stay rich. So it's really just taking this money and trying to just like get into real estate or building like companies and really trying to get equity and stuff and start to have my money work for me. This is just a stepping stone and vehicle to get there. But yeah, definitely long term, I think real estate is a good option. I like Bitcoin and just overall just trying to build stuff with equity that you can exit and just chill out after that.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I feel like that's something that a lot of affiliates and like just people in general, they get caught up in. And no, I've fallen victim to that. I'll be like fully transparent. Like I think I need like, oh, this super flashy shit, or like, oh, I need like design or whatever. But like exactly like Nico said, like the goal is to actually stay rich, not just like fucking look rich, right? So many people fall into that trap. They make a little bit of money, fast money. They think they're gonna hit 100K months forever. And then what do you know? Like next month just crashes and burns. Like what are you gonna do? Like you spent all your money on like a fucking leased STO, and now you can't pay out your team. Now you got 10 chargebacks. Now I'm just trolling. Fuck it, scam Millsap. But it's just like you have to be smart with your money. And so, what advice would you give to an affiliate? Let's say who's looking to get started. They're looking to hit the 10K months, the 20K months, like you're about to. Like what would you tell them? Like maybe just advice.
I guess like what I wish I knew when I started.
Exactly.
Use TikTok. Like it gives you everything that you need to know. I feel like a lot of people overcomplicate it, and it's like, okay, if you've posted the same style for a month and you're still at low months, it's like that style's not fucking working. Like you have to drop it. So I think like going back to my content, like I was filming in the same room, I was doing the same products, and it was just like it's not working. Kind of just like use what TikTok's giving you. Like maybe you do one video style, you do a skit with your friend at the park, and it gets a lot of views.
Yeah.
Well, keep doing that style. Then maybe it doesn't convert, and then you filmed another video, and that video converted. Well, take the hook and then use the other back end of the video, and then put it together. So I feel like just really using what TikTok's giving you and just not doing the same thing over and over again, because that's honestly the definition of insanity. But yeah, I just feel like just trying to switch stuff up, and just like really not reinventing the wheel. Like everyone says it, but it's so true. It's like if you see an affiliate crushing with the style, like take the style and experiment with it, try it on a different product, or just really like use what's there. Like there's so many good tools to find out like what's working, where TikTok's headed, and just like those are the people crushing that just take a winning style, make it a little bit unique to them, maybe do it for another product, or do it in a different language, which I know is what you do. And it's just like it just makes your life so much easier than trying to just like make a video. Because I feel like a lot of affiliates, and I did in the beginning, I would just take a product and be like, all right, let me just fucking go for it, and I'm just like shooting from half court because you have no idea. You're not using any proven structure, no style is based off it. So I just feel like having like a proven structure with all your videos and knowing like why are you making this, you know what I mean?
Definitely do. I absolutely agree, and I love the point that he touched on right there. It's not like it's just about like being a carbon copy with like proven affiliates or proven winning videos. But like for example, Nico, he's crushing with this product right now, these shirts and these pants. And right off the bat, I was like, dude, I'm I'm going to take that and just capitalize on the Spanish market. Nobody's doing that in Spanish. Like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to do it in fucking Spanish. So it's all about like, don't reinvent the wheel, but also just don't be a carbon copy. But also what I really like that you touched on, like, this is all a data game. It's all numbers. It's exactly like you said. If you have a video that got you a shit ton of views, but it didn't get any sales, the hook was great. It got you virality. And then you have another video, maybe you did shit for views, but it got you 5 sales. That means the back end was really good. So what do now? You use that hook that got you virality, and then you just put in the back end that converted. Boom. Now you have virality. Now you have sales. Like, it's really not that complicated. People just need to actually like go in and look at that shit. Like, look at the numbers, look at the data, see what to double down on. So like, obviously when you started out, you had those $500 months, 1K months, 2K months. Like, what do you feel like was your breakthrough point? Like, what did you start doing differently? And like, what do you feel like you're going to apply going into the future to like consistently hit these 10K, 20K months?
Yeah, so definitely the biggest thing I learned is just like trying a bunch of different angles and just not making this, because I would get a new product, or when I was doing the lower months, I would get a product in and maybe I'd see a video on daily virals and I would just like copy it like 10 times. And it's like, you're just doing the same thing over and over again. But like now my thought process is, let's get that. Let's try a skip. Let's try faceless. Let's try talking head. Let's try all 3 of those things now at a different location. You know what I mean? So just like testing a bunch of different angles and just like seeing like what hits, and then, going forward and doubling down on that. It's basically just like coming at it with a bunch of different angles, because now I have 20 videos in a week with the same product, but all different points, all different angles, all different locations. So it's like I have so much more data to see what works and what doesn't, versus filming 20 videos just in my room with the same hook, same story. And it's like, you're not giving yourself enough data to see like what's really working.
Exactly. Yeah, because then if you do the same shit 10 times every day for a month, at the end of the month, sure, you have 300 videos, but they're all the exact same. So it's like, if you had a shit month, you're not going to know how to pivot. You're not going to know what adjustments to make because everything's the same. But what Nico's talking about, like, and he's a killer at this, like, he's constantly trying new angles. He's constantly experimenting with new styles. And that way, he has so many videos uploaded, but he knows exactly, like, okay, this is how I'm going to pivot. This is what I'm going to do better. This worked. I'll like start doing this. So again, it's like all the data and numbers game. That's like the most important thing to keep in mind.
And I think with TikTok too, like it's always changing, it's always adjusting. So like whatever worked 6 months ago, like might not work now. So I think another thing is just urgency and speed. Like the big thing is the shark vacuums. Like people are going in stores hitting that price anchor. It's like, get on that ASAP. Like if you see someone ripping with it, go to the Target and go film that video like ASAP. Get out of your comfort zone and really just like act fast, because there's thousands of other affiliates trying to do the same thing as you. So if you're the first one, you're gonna reap the benefits.
Yeah, definitely. I want to kind of like talk about like the current state of TikTok shop, because I know you've only been around for like 8 months, but I've definitely been able to see like even from 2023, I wasn't in it like per se, but like I saw it to 2024 to 2025, and then I'm seeing like how it's gonna move to 2026. Like, what do you feel like has changed the most, and like what's the strategy going forward?
Yeah, it's definitely GMV Max. Like everyone throws that word around, but I would say the biggest thing is like earlier TikTok, it was all like organic and like trying to like hide the fact like, oh, it's an entertainment platform first. But like with the ad spend like on these companies, I think the best thing is just like making high quality converting content. It's like really getting straight to the point. Like you don't need minute 20 videos, minute 30 videos, like conspiracy, like all that stuff. Like you just want to get straight to the point, because like at the end of the day, the company's gonna run ads on it, right? So it's an ad. You want to make the thing get straight to the point, right? If you see like the best commercial ever, like they didn't gatekeep that it was a commercial, they just get right into the point. Like you understand right away that it's selling. And then with GMV Max, like your videos are gonna be going to targeted buyers anyway. So it's like if they want the t-shirt, if they want the supplement, like those people are gonna buy it. They're gonna be, intrigued anyway. So I think just getting straight to the point and just overall just like really trying to, tap into the emotions, pain points, and just like get to it as fast as possible.
Yeah, I think definitely like, especially since I got to see it in its early stages, like people would just throw up anything, dude. It could literally just be them like recording the bottle. Hey, go grab this bottle. Boom, like 100,000 in revenue. Like it was. I'm not even kidding. It was that simple to sell in 2023. Like if you got in at that point, you're a lucky motherfucker. 2024, that's when I got in. And it wasn't like that easy, but it was still like, okay, I'm gonna put my phone down. I'm gonna yap about the shirt for 50 seconds, $100,000 in profit with that video, right? That's like my most viral video. It's literally a 40-second video, made me 6 figures in profit, and I was just yapping for 50 seconds, right? So yeah, I mean, again, like it was kind of like in the in-between stages. Now, what I saw in 2025 was a lot like higher effort, but like still that entertainment value, like whether it was like you didn't immediately make it seem like you're trying to sell or like it was like kind of an ad. But now what I'm seeing is obviously, like you said, GMV Max. That is the biggest thing, especially going forward. So I think the 2 most important things going forward are specifically hunting down these brands that are, pushing GMV Max. You want to be working with these brands like QVC, Ninja, Shark, Goalie, Comfort, like all these brands that are big, heavy spenders. And there's also low-key brands that push out GMV Max ad spend, and you got to find those like using research tools. But that's like number 1, so product selection. And then number 2, like you said, just getting to the damn point, like 30-second videos at most, 40-second videos at most. We had our client today, Victor. He wasn't seeing results for a very long time, and then we gave out the shark vacuums. He got a shark vacuum. He made a 20-second video. It got him 15 sales. Like that's his first breakthrough video. And so that just goes to show the power of GMV Max. It's like choosing the right brand and then getting to the damn point like ASAP.
So the views aren't really coming from organically anymore. They're more from like the ad spend being pushed out and people buying, and it just keeps growing and growing. So it's
Mhm.
like your videos are gonna be pushed out for brands anyway. There's no reason to try and just hide the fact that it's an ad. Like there's no reason to make some crazy like entertaining video and then try to subtly introduce the product if majority of the views anyway are gonna come from ad spend. So it's like it's might as well sell the product.
Yeah. And I think one thing too that people forget is like, guys, like ads this day and age, like they're so hyper targeted that it's always gonna find the right people. Like your ads, your videos are not gonna be shown to people who have no interest in the product. Your videos get shown to people who are like literally about to click that buy button. So they don't need to hear a whole 3 minute spiel about like, oh, like this product, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, they're already ready to buy. Like they just need that 20-second clip for them to be like, oh yeah, this is cool. I've wanted it for a while. Let me click that buy button. So that's how you have to think about it. Just getting to the point way faster. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing, bro. Product selection is gonna be huge going into 2026, and then getting the point faster videos. And obviously conversions have always been super important. But like we've always taught that. Like you need to make high converting content. So I know for me, like one of the most important things that has helped me succeed, that I feel like all the top affiliates have and just most successful people in the world is mindset. So I'm sure you agree with that. And so I kind of want to touch on like what do you think about mindset, and like what is your mindset?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's kind of just going back to the if factor. It's like you either have it or you don't. But I think the main thing is like realizing that like no one is different. When I was first watching content, all that, I was like, oh, Sebastian's like so different. He had this, he had that, and it's like they're not. They just you stuck with one thing, got really good at it, and then made a fuck ton of money from it. So I think just having the mindset that like if they can, like why can't you? And just treating it like a full-time job. If you could spend 8 hours like in front of a keyboard, like you can spend 8 hours making content. So I think just like relentlessly just going and going and going and realizing that like it will work. There's so many people that have been in worse situations, so many people that had no content experience ran this up. So like why can't you? So I think it's just like realizing that no one's different, anyone can do it, and it's just like just going and treating it like a full-time job. I think it's like the biggest thing.
That's so true, man. I feel like, mindset is the biggest thing that dictates whether you're going to succeed or not. And I feel like that's what holds so many people back, man. Just like a negative mindset, like, oh, like I wasn't born with wealthy parents, or like I came from this situation, or like he had this, he had that. It's like, bro, again, like you said, people have been in so much worse situations than you and still succeeded. And it's like one thing I always say is like, instead of thinking like the what ifs, like in the negative aspect, like what if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if I get made fun of? It's like, what if it works out? What if you become a millionaire? What if you're able to retire your parents? Like, why not think about the what ifs in the positive light? Because when you really start to reframe that and start thinking about things positively, they really end up working in your favor. So how important do you think it is to like start to surround yourself with people with a similar mindset? And like how would you tell someone like to do that? Like maybe if they're in a small town like us, like I know we were both from small towns, South Carolina, like how would they even start to get around that right environment?
Yeah, so I would say the biggest thing is use your online resources because, like, I am in that situation. Like, I'm at a university, I live there, and, not really surrounded by anyone that has, like, really wants this, like, right now. It's, like, really acting with urgency and, like, trying to move as fast as I am. So I think the biggest thing is, like, use your online resources. Like, everyone in the online space is very friendly. Everyone loves to connect, and, like, that's how we met I met you and I met you over there. So, like, I think just using the online resource, like, hop on calls with people. Don't be afraid to reach out, DM people on Instagram. Like, there's so many other people that are in the same situation. Like, I've connected with so many people because we're, like, sitting there, we're like, we have no one else to, like, run this up with. Like, oh, me too. And it's like, now we're hopping on calls, going over strategies, join communities. And I feel like just use your online resources and don't use, oh, I'm in a small town, no one around me to run this up with. Like, I'll wait till I move out of college, then I'll go to a big city. No, I would say use your online resource, especially with social media. It's so easy to connect with people. And there's so many other people that are in the same situation as you that would love to just connect and just, like, talk about your struggles and,
Yeah.
go for it from there.
God, dude, it's so easy like this day and age too with like social media. It's like our parents actually had an excuse for like maybe why they couldn't find like the right environment to surround yourself. But now with social media, like you literally have no excuse. You can connect with anybody like in milliseconds and like anywhere in the world. They could be in like Europe, they could be in Asia, and all you have to do is shoot them a DM and you can connect with so many people. So there truly is no excuse to ask questions, surround yourself with the right people, and try to find people who have that positive mindset, because again, that's what's really going to help you out so much. And vice versa, if you start to hang around the wrong people with the wrong mindset, like that's really going to like ruin your life. So to like wrap it up here, to conclude, it's because it's been a great podcast. Like, what would you tell someone who maybe they're in that position? Like maybe they're in the frat, they're in college, but they know that's like not really what they want to do for the rest of their life. So
Yeah.
how would you help them?
I think like honestly being in college is like it's such a blessing in the sense that like okay, whatever year you're at, if you just commit to something and go, all in, your alternative, like your plan B is still graduating and getting a 9 to 5 job. So it's like you really have nothing to lose. Like there's no reason to not go all in and try it because like, your plan B is the majority of people's plan A. So it's like, there's no reason to not just go all in and go for it. And if you're someone's in a situation like I was where like they feel like it's not for them, they kind of feel stuck. It's like you have nothing to lose. So there's no reason to not just go for it and not let anyone else dictate like where you think you're gonna go or dictate like what what you really want to do, because at the end of the day, it's like your life, and there's so many opportunities to do what you want to do, especially with social media, and how easy it is to like get into like the online space. So I would just say just go for it, and just really remember that like you have nothing to lose.
You have nothing to lose. I think that's like perfect way to put it. Truly, like it's never been easier to get rich, but there's also like never been more distractions. So it's just like go all in on it. Like you have absolutely nothing to lose. You're gonna succeed if you actually like put your head down and focus on this. And again, like Nico just said, you have one life. You may as well live your life doing something that you actually want to do, something that you actually enjoy. You wake up, like I know, like me, you, Hugo, like everyone at 7FA, the team, like we wake up with a fucking passion. Like we want to help people get fucking rich. Like we want to get rich. Like we wake up with a passion every day. And like I hope everybody in life gets to experience that, instead of waking up and being like, fuck, I gotta clock in and like go to this office job that I hate. Like I want you guys to chase after your dreams. Amazing, bro. Anything else you want to wrap it up with?
It's good you touch on waking up with a passion, because I feel like a lot of people, they kind of just like accept the reality that they're gonna wake up and it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to wake up and do this job, but it's like, oh, that's just like the way it is, it's just how it's always been. But it's like, it doesn't have to be like that. You don't have to be like switched into like that scarcity mindset where you're like, oh, it just is the way it is, and just put all those limiting beliefs. Like there is, like, we're all living proof that it is possible. So I feel like just being open and just being like, okay, like let me just try this out, let me just see what it's about, and just going for it, because like there doesn't have to be a reality out there where you're waking up and like you don't want to do that job, or you feel like you're just so limited just because like that's what everyone else does. Like you have one life, like you can create that own path for yourself.
Yeah. And I feel like if you're watching this right now, like like if you have something else that you want to do and you're hearing us talk and you're like, fuck, they're right, like I got to go after that. Go after that. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking directly at you. Go after that, And if you're already doing that, amazing. Keep at it. Keep killing it. You're crushing. But yeah, great podcast. Thank you so much for being on, Nico. And I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe for more.